Hey guys, today I wanted to take just a few minutes here to show you this new knife sharpening system that I bought. I have been playing a lot of games with knife sharpeners over the years, and my kitchen knives are the ones that I spend the most time sharpening, and I've been looking for what I think might be the really right stuff tool for sharpening kitchen knives, and I believe I've found it. This is the Tormek T2, and it is a professional grade kitchen knife sharpener that's really nice. I want to take a couple of minutes here and show you the features this guy has, and then we're going to sharpen one of my knives. The business end of this sharpener is this diamond wheel. This is the DWF 200, which indicates, I believe, a 200 millimeter diameter, and the DWF stands for diamond wheel fine for this particular model. This is a 600 grit stone, or a 600 grit diamond wheel. This particular model has two other wheel options. There is a 360 grit, which I'm gonna add. I don't have it yet. And then there's a 1200 grit that I may or may not add. But the 600 grit is perfect for most tasks, unless you've got a really damaged knife that really needs some metal taken off of it to get it going. But I'm gonna get that one because I occasionally run across knives like that I want to sharpen. But this guy is where we do all of our sharpening. The angle guide is one of the most impressive parts of this sharpener. This takes the guesswork out of getting your angle right on the bevel. You just simply loosen this up, and then you can adjust this guy anywhere between about, it looks like a 22 degree on one edge down to maybe 8 or 9 degree on the other edge. Most of my kitchen knives, most of what I have, with a few minor exceptions, are run at 15 degrees on each side, which makes a 30 degree bevel. And this makes it very simple to set that angle. And then what happens is you put the knife through, and then you just push it down, and while the wheel's turning, you pull the knife through and just keep the blade angle parallel to the wheel as it's spinning. On the opposite side, we have a polishing wheel that's kind of, I don't know what this material is. It's a rubberized material that's got an integrated polishing compound that you use for removing the final burr and polishing the edge after you've got it sharp. So we're gonna do that as well. This machine's very quiet. I'm gonna turn it on. Let me get down kind of closer with the microphone where you can hear it. It runs very quietly, and it's got the power on button and then the power off button. It's very simple to operate. It's got a nice carrying handle, and this guy's not very heavy. I don't know what the exact weight on it is, but I'm going to say maybe 10 pounds. It's not heavy at all, and it's a very heavy-duty case, and it's just very well made. This guy is made in Sweden. So I think one of the first things I want to do is sharpen my Schoon boning and fillet knife. I actually have two of these, and this is one of my go-to knives in the kitchen. This is probably second only to my chef's knife. I use this guy as a utility knife. I use it for boning, I use it for fillet, and this particular one is quite dull. So I'm going to sharpen it, and Schoon, I think, is factory profiled at about 16 degrees, but I've got it set at 15, and we're going to go with that. So what we'll do is we'll push the knife through the holder and bring it down and just pull it through. And then we'll just repeat that process until we can form a burr that we can feel on the opposite side of the knife. So I'm going to run this through probably about 6 times to start with, and then we'll pull it out and have a feel and have a look at it and see if we've got a burr forming. This guy spins at 120 RPMs. It's not a fast moving stone, so you don't have to worry so much about it heating your blade steel. So let's have a look there. That's looking okay. I've got maybe a little bit of a burr forming, but like I said, this guy's really dull. I want to keep that moving, and I'm going to give it a little bit more. Yeah, I can definitely feel the burr forming out here, so we're going to give it just a few more passes. And then we're ready to move to the other side. I'm just going to move the camera to the other side here so we can not be in the way. And you want to pull it about the same number of times through on the other side. And once you actually have the knife sharp, you can really resharpen it quickly on this if you don't let it go extremely dull by just 2 or 3 passes in each direction on this stone. And we should actually be forming a burr in the opposite direction now. Yep, it's doing well. Let's see where we are here. That's coming together. I'm going to give it a few more. Yeah, that's coming together nicely. And after I've got, you know, most of the sharpening done, we're going to come back and clean the blade up by pulling it 2 or 3 times on each side. And then go to the other side. And that's going to take most of the burr down. And then I'm just going to go 1 time on each side to finish that up. And now we'll go to the polishing wheel. And on the polishing wheel, you got to make sure the wheel is turning away from the blade edge or you will damage the wheel. So we're going to put that down and angle that up until you see the little black dust forming, and we're just going to pull that slowly across and then go back the other direction 1 time. And then do the same thing on the other side. And we should have an extremely sharp edge here now, so let's see where we are. So I've got a scrap of paper here. Let's just see. I'd say that's pretty sharp, guys. This thing makes a beautiful edge. And it's very precision controlled, so I'm going to continue using this thing for a while. I bought this. This was not provided to me. I paid full price for this, which was $699. I bought it on Amazon. And there is another model of this out there that's less expensive. They have the T1. And the T1, as far as I'm concerned, has all of the same sharpening capabilities in terms of a general use kitchen knife sharpener as this one, with one exception. The wheel, the grinding wheel on it is a 600 grit wheel. It's shaped a little different and the angle jig's slightly different, but that wheel is not interchangeable with different grit wheels. If you're only interested in the basic sharpening function, which I think would work extremely well still, the T1 is a $350 sharpener that I think would be fully functional in most homes for most kitchen knife needs. I don't have one, I've never used one, but everything I looked at indicated that it's going to perform just as well as this guy with the 600 grit wheel. If all I was going to do here was use a 600 grit wheel and the polishing wheel, I would have bought the T1, but I did want the ability for myself to be able to have the more coarse and the finer grade stones for this guy, for some of the stuff I'm going to do with it. So I will continue using this. I've already sharpened quite a few of my kitchen knives. I've saved a few as I'm learning how to use it. I don't want to sharpen up everything I have. I'm learning as I go and making sure I understand the personality of this machine. But so far, guys, I'm extremely happy with this. So if you're looking for something that's on the high end for sharpening kitchen knives, I would seriously consider this. Now, that being said, the kitchen knives are what this guy is designed to do. The knife jig won't hold knives that are incredibly thick. I think a 1/4 of an inch may be as thick of a blade as you can get through here. I haven't attempted to put any of my pocket knives on this yet, simply because I use a different sharpener for my pocket knives. But like I said, this thing is geared specifically toward kitchen cutlery. So if you've got one of these, let me know what you think about it. If you're gonna get one or gonna upgrade to something like this, let me know what you think about it when you get it, and we'll compare some notes. But in the meantime, I'm gonna have razor sharp kitchen cutlery everywhere I go. Until next time, this is John Setzler with Man Cave Meals.